Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your 12 p.m. Stretch break. Taking over for Caitlin today. So for today's class, you will just need, if you have a mat, fine. If you don't, not a big deal. We'll also use a chair, but you could also use a counter for some of the exercises, and I'll tell you what we're doing. All right. So with our first stretch, it's pretty much like your hands are going to go onto the seat of your chair. You think of your child's pose where you're just sitting back onto your heels. Just feeling that stretch, especially in the upper back, around the shoulder blades. Now, if you had a counter, or like, let's say you just didn't really like being that low, you could always just kind of turn that chair around and you could be a little bit more in that kneeling position. Nice job. I want you to take your right hand, still keeping your left hand on your chair or on the seat of the chair. And I just want you to kind of bring it through. So where there's a little bit of a twist within that upper body. So feeling it through the left side in the back, but that right hand kind of thinking thread the needle. So it's just twisting the torso. Now I'm going to put my right hand on my chair. So whether it's the back of my chair, the counter, the seat, and I'm now going to bring my left hand through. Nice job. All right. So now we're actually going to go into child's pose. So where you really are sitting back onto your heels. If it helps to widen your knees a little bit so you can feel a little bit of a deeper stretch within your low back. So your hands are out in front of you. Nice job. All right, so we're now going to take this into Sphinx or Cobra pose. So again, stretching out now through the front of our core or through our abdomen. So whether you're on your elbows and your shoulders are directly over your elbows, or you choose to push through with your hands. Again, both are great stretches, especially when we've been sitting throughout the morning. Nice job. All right. So now we're going to move to the chairs. So I'm going to get rid of my mat. Get it out of the way. All right. So with my chair, half of me, so the right side of me is just going to sit on half of the chair. And so I'm going to hang on with my right hand on that right side of the chair. I'm going to grab my quad, I'm going to grab the top of my foot so I feel it through my quad, through the front part of my leg. And again, if it's a little easier, you could always rest that foot down on the ground and you can slide it back. Feel the stretch generally in the same place, just a little different than if you were to grab the top of your foot. So again, it's what you are capable of doing. Nice job. Making sure we're looking up. Sometimes we tend to get into this habit of looking down. Sometimes that's my downfall. All right, so I'm going to turn to the other side. So either you can just take that right foot, you can slide it back. Again, remember that now the left side of me is just kind of sitting on half the chair. Otherwise, grab your foot, stretch out that right quad or that left quad, whichever quad you were on. But just remember, grabbing the top of your foot, Nice job. All right. So now let's stretch out our glutes. So I will turn your direction. All right, so we're gonna go figure four. So my left ankle is going to cross over my right knee. I've got my foot directly on my right foot directly underneath my right knee. It's not back here, nor is it all the way up. But we're just going to lean into it. Now this one you may notice, especially through that left glute, unless you have your right leg on your left, like your right ankle on your left knee, then you'd be feeling it in the other. Now, if you want to feel a little bit more of a stretch, let's come out of it just for a moment. So if we want to feel a little bit more of a stretch, we're going to take that left hand. We're going to push down on that right knee. So let's lean into it again. So between that Sphinx/Cobra stretch with our core, our abdomen, and stretching that out, that this particular figure four stretch and stretching of those glutes is highly recommended. All right, so let's switch feet. So again, whether you are on your right leg or your left leg, just make sure that that foot is directly underneath the knee that is on the ground. So the foot that's on the ground, making sure it's right underneath the knee. All right, so just lean forward, don't push on that right knee or left knee, whichever one you prefer or are on. Nice job. Come out of it just for a moment. So remember, we're going to take our right hand or whichever hand you are on. You're going to push down on that same side leg, knee, and let's lean into it again. So again, really feeling that stretch through the backside. And again, don't force it. Sometimes it could be a little too much for some people. Nice job. All right. So now I'm going to place both feet flat on the ground. I'm going to cross my left arm towards the right side of my body, and I just really want to twist that upper torso or the upper half of my body. Nice job. Let's do the other side. So I'm now going to cross my right arm towards the left side of my body. Again, sitting tall and twisting. Great job. All right, so we're still going to stay on our chair for a moment, but I want you to kind of scoot yourself up, not to the edge of your chair, but enough to where you're not going to fall off. Do be careful if you have a chair with wheels, just so it really doesn't get away from you. All right, left leg is extended. The right leg is going to be at 90 degrees. We're going to reach for our toe. So again, left hand is going to reach for the left side. And if you want, you could pull your left foot back towards you. So that way you feel that stretch a little more through the calf, but also the back of the leg as well. Nice job. Let's do the other side. So now we're going to go left foot on the ground, right leg is out in front of you, right hand is going to grab the right, calf, ankle, or toe. And again, if you want to pull that toe back, like you think you're letting up off the gas, Excellent job. All right, so let's finish out the rest of these stretches. I'm going to move my chair just out in front of me. All right, so we're going to have our hands out to our side. We're going to bring it as far back as we can to what's comfortable. If you feel like this one is a little too weird for you, you could always just interlock your fingers, place it back behind your head, and just push your elbows back. Otherwise, we're just going to have our hands out or our arms out by our side. Just squeezing between the shoulder blades, but really just trying to open up that chest. Just get rid of that kind of sitting and kind of slouching forward motion that we tend to do, or that movement. All right, so now let's have our feet wide, and we're going to reach. So left hand towards the right side. And the right hand towards the left side. Nice job. All right, so let's do some arm stretches. So we're just going to hold out our left hand. So my right hand is going to grab my left palm. And I said palm, not the fingertips. So if you do your palm, you're going to feel it more in the upper part of your arm in the front, versus if you switch to your fingertips, you're going to feel that more within your wrist. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you type a lot. All right, let's switch sides. So again, my left hand is going to grab my right palm. And again, it's totally up to you if you wanted to, if you want to grab your fingers, especially if you do a lot of typing. When we talk about, trying to relieve that tension within the wrist, we talk about like carpal tunnel. It's all about limiting those injuries or reducing them. All right, so now we're going to go right hand flat on our back, and we're going to take our left hand and we're going to grab that right elbow, and we're going to stretch out the back of our upper arm. Nice job. All right, let's do the other side. So switch. So now my left hand is flat on my back with my left elbow up in the air, and my right hand is grabbing that left elbow. Nice job. All right, so just a couple more stretches. So I want you to give yourself a great big hug, and I want you to roll yourself down. So I've always said, imagine that you are a slinky. And if you are not sure what a slinky is, just type in like 1980s toy. So just roll yourself down, feeling that stretch, traveling down your spine. And when you get to the very bottom, I want you to move your hands to your elbows. And I just want you to kind of move side to side. Again, not being forceful, just kind of feeling it out. And I want you to give yourself that same hug that you gave yourself earlier. And I want you to roll yourself back up. Again, feeling that stretch, now traveling up the spine, between the shoulder blades. When you get to the very top, give me a few shoulder rolls going back. Nice job. All right, just one last and final stretch. We'll make it quick, just doing the neck, just really quick. So right ear to right shoulder. If you want, you can use your right hand to just grab your head. So grabbing that left side of your head and just gently pulling. I said gentle. And let's do the other side. All right. Great job, everyone. So later today, if you are here, there will be a total body challenge in person at 12:30. Otherwise, we do have new hours that started. So we are open Mondays now from 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then Friday is 6:30 to 2:30. Just let you know. All right. Have a good one.